and I loved the first two episodes of this show. I'm having so much fun with it. Congratulations. You are
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
On the one hand, I think it would be hard to relate to a 16-year-old doctor. But on the other hand, I think not many 17-year-olds are starring in shows about 16-year-old doctors. So, what is your way into Lahela and making her relatable?
Yeah, I mean, I think that is something that I loved about the show from the very first time I read the script for the pilot, is that Courtney Kang, our creator, does this incredible job of portraying this teenage doctor's life in a way that feels very universally relatable. You know, you don't have to be a teenage doctor. You don't have to have graduated high school at the age of 7 or whatever it is to connect with Lahela and connect with the show. On top of this sort of very general teenage themes that that sort of connect Lahela to every other teenager, I think I have a very unique experience to bring to the show, being an actor, and sort of having that double life of being a young person who, you know, has teenage friends and goes to high school parties, and then also having the other side of that coin be that I wake up and go to work, and that work environment is very adult dominated, and you have these adult responsibilities and expectations that are put on you, and you're treated like an adult. And so it can be very confusing, I think, to bounce back and forth between those two worlds and sort of find yourself through that process. And so I think my experience dealing with that and navigating that really lended itself well to Lahela's story, being a teenage doctor.
Yeah, definitely. I thought that you did a great job. I feel very connected to her. But also, I really love how it opens up Hawaii as just like this place that people really live. You know, families are there. It feels like every day instead of being a tourist attraction. So as someone portraying a Hawaiian teen filming in Hawaii, did you learn anything new or unexpected about the island or the culture?
Oh, definitely. I mean, shooting in Hawaii was a dream. And I think it was very important for me, especially in the world we live in today, to portray the experience living in Hawaii as truthfully as I could. And so that entailed, you know, doing research, talking with the locals. We had a lot of local people in our cast and crew, and sort of learning from them and their experience, and then also just exploring, because there's so much there. There's so much beauty, and sort of just immersing myself in that world and in that culture. So I learned a lot, both just from exploring and also from talking to a lot of people about their experiences living and growing up there.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that. Of course, because she made it this far, I feel like Lahela must be very cool, you know, cool under pressure. And yet it's still a very new and different environment. Being in a hospital, surrounded by adults, people's lives are in your hands. What do you think is her biggest struggle as she starts the series?
I think one of the main struggles in Lahela's life, and also one of the, in my opinion, most beautiful dynamics in the show, is her relationship with her mother.
Yes.
And her mom is both her boss and her mom. And so they sort of struggle with how to connect and how to bond with one another, both as coworkers and also as mother-daughter. And so seeing that dynamic sort of, and the ebb and flow of it all, and as they navigate that, I think that's one of Lahela's biggest struggles. Is sometimes she wants to go to work and she wants her boss to be her boss, and sometimes she wants to go home and talk to her mom and for her mom to be her mom. And I think they get their signals mixed a couple of times, and they sort of have to figure out what that dynamic is and how to make it work for them in the most healthy and loving way possible. So I think that's one of Lahela's greatest struggles, and also a really special part of the story, in my opinion.
well, thus far, I have really enjoyed seeing that back and forth for them because it feels very realistic for the situation. So thank you so much. I cannot wait to see more of it blossom and develop throughout the season.
Thank you.
Have a great day.